there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lucy Watts, welcome to Lucy's Light. In today's video I'm going to talk a bit about my business plan for my self-employment. So a lot of people have requested to know how I do my business and how I've made my business plan. So this video is answering the questions of those people that have sent me their questions on social media or left in comments previously. So this is my business plan. This is for my self-employed business. So self-employment is where you work for yourself. You are in the UK known as a sole trader. That's how you're registered with the HMRC. You work for yourself. You are the business. You are liable for the business. It is not separate from you. It is you. You can employ other staff, and it gives you a lot of freedom and flexibility to do a lot of varied work, to do lots of different things. You can earn quite well for self-employed rates, but obviously if you're not working, there's no income, there's no holiday pay, no sick pay, and obviously you might have quiet periods. You need to make sure that the services you're selling fulfill a need. There might be a dip in the market. So there's no guaranteed income with self-employment, but for me it's the right option. Last time I did a video all about my self-employment journey. I will put it at the top somewhere, sharing my experiences of being self-employed and how I started off in this work. This time I'm going to go through my business plan with you all. This might be really helpful for you to understand my business plan, what I'm doing, why I'm doing things, and also give you some ideas about setting up your own business if you might be interested in it. Next time I will go through an idea of how you can build your own business plan. This time it will just be sharing my personal business plan with you all. So let's get started. So you might see me glancing down to the side. My laptop is just to the side here on this side. So if you see me glancing down, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just looking at the screen. You will also see the screen recording that I've got going while this video is playing, so that will be on the screen somewhere as well. So it's thinking about what is in my business plan, how I've planned my business out, all the different things. So yeah, let's have a look at that. So this is the front page. It's obviously this is the business of Lucy Alexandria Watts. It's got a little blurb about what my business is because I felt that was important. It's got my full name and title, my website address, and then at the bottom of the first page I put a little contents page list because I felt that was useful. I didn't want to dedicate a separate page to that because it just made the document even longer. So let's look at the next page. So these are pages 2 and 3. So page 1 is the front page. These are pages 2 and 3. So these are my business and owner details. So my name, my address, my business address, my home address, contact numbers, and various other details, and also what type of business I have. So in my case, self-employed sole trader. Then page 3 is for section 1, and in section 1 I describe the business. So business summary, summarising my business to the bank, to access to work, to companies, to loan companies, whoever I might be showing this to. This summarises my business and what I do in that business. This is important because if you want to have like an elevator pitch, you need to have a standout near the top of the plan summary of your business that sells your business to anyone that's reading it, so they can get a brilliant understanding of what you do, why you do it, and what's important to the business and how it works and what your services are. In a brief, obviously you'll go into more detail further down the plan. So let's look at the next 2 pages. Pages 4 and 5. So page 4 has the second section of section 1. So section 1 is about business summary, and section 1.1 was the business summary. Section 1.2, I decided to include the why of the business. As you can see in this video, the why of the business is, why am I doing what I'm doing? What has led me to this point today in the business I'm doing, the work I'm doing, and why I've set myself up in this way. This is very important to understand my journey. My business probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people from an outside perspective because it is so varied and diverse, but for me it makes perfect sense because it meets all my needs, it uses all my skills, and it fulfills niches, and it ensures that I've got a viable business. Page 5 includes section 2. So section 2 looks at the business itself, so its aims and objectives and the description of the business. Section 2.1, I explain the business setup. And I've said, self-employed, sole trader, and then said registered with the HMRC, so people know. 2.2, business logistics. So basically talking a bit about what the business is and how it works. So for me, I own the business, I have no other employees, I work from home, from our home address. My work may be carried out in other premises depending on where I am, but there's no fixed premises where I go to work. It can be any event, any place, any business, any venue, depending on where that work is at that one point in time. And the fact that I use my specially adapted mobility vehicle to go to and from work, and will be driven to and from work in that vehicle, so it'll be used for business as well as for personal, and that I have permission to use it for that. 2.3 is the services offered. So some of the services I offer are consultancy, administrative support, communications, social media and website management and strategy and marketing. Social media and website management, social media strategy, marketing and campaigns, marketing with a special interest in digital marketing, training and workshops, so lots of different items, and there's quite a long list, as you'll see on my business plan, of the different types of workshops that I often do. And then independent advocacy, personal health budget brokerage, group facilitation service, public speaking, and grants and fundraising support with a special interest in crowdfunding. 2.4 is the aims and objectives. So business aims, so for me, is to grow the client base, to make more organisations, charities and businesses and individuals aware of my business and the services I offer through a targeted digital marketing campaign. To increase turnover year on year, doubling my turnover by year 5. To have a satisfaction rate of good or very good in at least 80% of feedback from the clients. To grow my services and increase the number of clients within each service area. To gain more contracts for longer term projects and not depend largely on one-off or short-term projects. And to be able to take on a part-time assistant to support me in my role and administration of my business. So the business objectives for overall years 1 to 3 are to carry out a targeted digital marketing campaign, utilising social media, video adverts for the web, posts on websites, and including hopefully some guest posts on other sites to raise awareness of my services and hopefully build my client base. To seek out opportunities to connect with organisations, charities and groups and offering my services. To raise my speaking fee to a minimum of £500, and unless the organisation can prove that no other speaker is getting that kind of amount, then it'll be agreed on a case-by-case basis. But as a general rule, a minimum of £500 for a speech. To gain a speaker's agent, to increase my speaking and to get more generalist opportunities for speaking. So not just healthcare conferences, but motivational speeches, after dinner speeches, and various other different types of public speaking that might benefit other people, that's perhaps outside the realm of what I already do. To request feedback from all clients to understand my services and how things are going. To set and monitor key performance indicators or KPIs in my business. To become a trusted supplier of training with NHS bodies. To provide independent advocacy and or personal health budget brokerage to at least 3 clients in year 1, at least 6 clients in year 2, and at least 9 clients in year 3. To target health organisations, charities and community groups to see if they may need help with social media and comms and marketing. So looking at short-term year 1, so year 1, to turn over at least £13,000 is my objective and for year 1. To increase awareness of our business and services through a targeted digital marketing campaign. To set KPIs to monitor with clients, key performance indicators. To raise my speaker fee to £500. To gain a speaker's agent, to support at least 3 clients with advocacy and brokerage, and to increase my annual speaking earnings from £1,700 to a minimum of £2,500. Medium term or year 2 objectives, to turn over at least £15,000, to support at least 6 clients with brokerage, to gain at least 7 more organisations, NHS and charity clients across my service areas, to increase my annual speaking earnings to a minimum of £3,500. Longer term, year 3, to turn over at least £16,500, to gain regular work from NHS organisations through ongoing contracts with at least 3 NHS trusts or bodies, to support at least 9 clients with advocacy or brokerage, to have at least 8 clients purchasing regular or ongoing services through different service areas, and to increase my annual speaking earnings to £5,000. Beyond year 3, so by year 5 to have increased my turnover to at least £22,000 a year. By year 5 to have an established client base for independent advocacy or brokerage with direct clients and or commission services from CCGs. and by year 5 to increase my speaking earnings to £8,000 a year. So those are my aims and objectives for my business. Sorry I've gone through them in quite detail, but I wanted to share those with you, as you can see on the screen. The next section is looking at target customers and competitors. So 3.1, I lay out my target customers. So I go through NHS bodies and the services offered in that area, clinical commissioning groups and the services for them, social care local authorities and the services for them, VCSE, so voluntary community and social enterprise organisations and the services offered for them, then business services, and then for individuals directly, such as advocacy and brokerage. And then 3.2, I go through my competitors. So who am I competing with? And I separated this into different types of service and the competitors within each. Some have specific named competitors and others have more broad, these are the types of competitors I have in the field and what I'm up against. So they're quite comprehensive. They're not necessarily specific as they probably should be, but they're useful to people to see. And the next thing is the SWOT analysis. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. So next time I will do a video about building your own business plan, and in that I will include a large section on SWOT analysis. So you will find that useful. But for me, the SWOT analysis looked at what are my strengths. So lived experience, that I bring the lived experience to the role, that is a strength. Professional experience. I've been doing this work for a number of years now, built up a good client base, built up a lot of respect and recognition for that work. I've got a high profile in the health and care field, which also benefits me. There are a few individuals offering advocacy services to the clients that I'm looking to offer advocacy to, or PHB brokerage. There are not enough organisations existing, especially offering the services that I offer in that field. So I'm a single individual who's able to provide one-to-one, intimate, personalised services. So it's not a big company that you're going to get lost in. It's me, you work directly with me, and every client gets my full attention for a personalised service. And I have a lot of connections within the health and care field that will benefit me. So weaknesses. One is my health. My health is not guaranteed. It can fluctuate. It's not been great recently. It's caused a bit of trouble for me. I mentioned in another video that they're wanting to admit me to hospital and I just can't afford it at the moment. So there's something to think about with your health. Is obviously, if your health is a weakness, you need to think about how you can mitigate that weakness, and also think about things like passive income, so you've still got an income even if you're not actively working. So another weakness is that I'm only one person. So although I can employ other people and train them up, at the moment I am the only person. And I can only work when I can offer my own services. So some of my services will depend on the economy and on, you know, the markets in different sectors. And accessibility. I can't go and work with a client if their building is inaccessible because I can't get in there in my wheelchair. Opportunities. So, for example, a charity might receive a large sum from the big lottery fund or the National Lottery Fund, and then have some money in the pot to employ me for some services. That is a definite opportunity. When such charities get such grants, there might be opportunity for collaboration there for me to work for them. An increase in statutory funding to organisations and charities. Not likely to happen at the moment, but if it did ever happen, that would benefit me as well. That would be an opportunity. And an increase in NHS funding would be something I could take advantage of if it ever happens. Threats. So a drop in grants and funding within the charity and voluntary sector and a drop in statutory funding would both be massive threats to my work. And organisations only procuring services from agencies they already work and partner with. So they will go with people who they know and trust. They might not take on a new young business like mine. So that's another threat to my business and my work, in that I'm not a well-known multinational, big, you know, tried and tested company. I am Lucy with a small business and it's just me. So that is another threat. Then I focused on 3.4, my unique selling point. So the unique selling point for my business are the lived experience element I bring to my business. I provide services to organisations, businesses and within sectors that I have a unique lived experience within. And that this can bring a new level of understanding, information, insight, and experience to the role that I'm fulfilling. And it brings lived experience to the table. I bring a wealth of data and information with me to the table so that professionals that are working in these fields can learn not only from my lived experience, but people I work with, connect with, support, mentor. I can bring their services and be a conduit for their experiences to the table. And the other is the intimate, personalised service that I give to every client. That is a unique selling point for me. I'm not a big multinational company that's got millions of employees or thousands of employees. I am only Lucy. I give a direct, personalised, very intimate service, and that is one of my unique selling points. 3.5 is 2 examples of clients that I work with, and that will be blurred out because obviously that's confidential information. And then section 4.1 is my marketing strategy. So I go through, what my strategy is for marketing, how I'm going to work this and how I want to increase my awareness of my business, how I want to grow my services. So, revamping my website to have more business focus, using digital marketing, having my services added to like CCG and local authority websites, offline marketing, so flyers at events and conferences, handing out business cards, putting flyers on information racks in hospices and hospitals. And a large amount of my work comes from word of mouth and referrals, so it's continuing to spread awareness of my services and get people to tell other people about those services when they use me and have good experience. And also, if I can, to hold exhibition stands at events if I have enough money. And unfortunately, I don't have a massive budget for marketing, so in the first couple of years I only have £1,300 for marketing, which is not a lot. But Facebook ads and LinkedIn ads and stuff like that would fit within that budget. So I could still spread awareness even though I can't do a massive digital marketing campaign. Section 5 looks at my skills and experiences. So I talk in detail about the experience of the voluntary work, advocacy, campaigning, committee work, research. So I talk a lot about that. Then I focus on the skills I have, so social media management and marketing, communications, copywriting, using content management systems, my IT skills, project management, digital tools, strategic planning, charity governance with trustee experience, public speaking and presenting, stakeholder engagement, group facilitation, co-production, amateur level but advanced photography, filmmaking, video editing and content production, delivering training and workshops, committee memberships, administration, information governance with knowledge of GDPR, podcasting, which I've done, and media work. So I offer a lot of different skills. Then training and qualifications. So I have a level 2 certificate in independent advocacy, and I'm going to pursue my level 3 diploma in independent advocacy. I completed group facilitation skill training in November 2019 with ICA UK. I have a qualification in safeguarding of vulnerable adults and other courses that I've done, and also completed the NHS Peer Leadership Academy, which I want people to check out because it's a fantastic opportunity. And then I have continuing professional development or further professional development section, which looks at other things I'm looking to do to build my skills and knowledge base. Section 6 looks at my fees and payments. These will be blurred out because they're all confidential information, but it gives you an overview of the fees for my different aspects of the job. There's a different fee for different services. Then in 6.2 I look at how will I get paid, my terms and conditions, to make sure that clients will actually pay me. And then section 7 looks at the financial forecast for years 1, 2 and 3, and then section 8 includes my backup plan, which is I would have to seek a regular employed job if my self-employed business didn't work. So that's an overview of my business plan. This is how I've worked out my business plan, how I've organised it. I hope it's useful for you to see this and listen to this today, and do check back for more videos on business planning next time. I do hope it's been useful. I hope it's been enjoyable. Please do subscribe if you're interested in my videos. Hit the notification bell to see when I post, albeit I do post on Monday afternoons and Thursday afternoons. Also, leave comments below. Maybe if you've got any questions, any statements you want to make, any experience you might have, put it all in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this. Share it with your friends and family and colleagues and anyone you might know, your networks, because it's great to raise awareness, and I hope it's been useful, and I hope today has been a good day.